Nani?
No, 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 no.
Oh, he tried it.
Okay. Let's try this again.
And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head. And I feel it, a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and loud. Straight to the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, I say, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, I say, hey, what's going on? And he tries. Oh my God, I try all the time. Okay, so this is the hardest abyss yet, and as someone who has had made content in Genshin, why should I miss out, right? And since I had the nerve to create an abyss guide before, why not make one for the current version, right? Since it's the most insane version yet for the abyss, and at least as a Genshin enthusiast, I was able to clear it, I was able to perfect it. And the secret really is watching Genshin guides and trying out different kinds of teams, especially those you hyper invest in. So it is very important to invest in different kinds of teams and key characters, at least if you want to beat the Abyss, especially for F2Ps, since when clearing the Abyss, when perfecting it, those are still 600 primos after all. So the channel I usually watch, which is the most helpful for me, is Sevi Plays, and I use her tactics in grouping Abyss enemies and team building. I even use similar teams that Sevi used, only I included 5 stars with hyper invested builds. Sevi only uses 4 stars in her Abyss Guide videos, which is insane. So I usually create my own teams, and I don't usually use Kazuha and Zhongli, but for the current Abyss, it's built differently. So yeah. By the way, for the current clip I'm playing, I completed 12-3 first using the same team only. So that's the whole run for the um for the clear I did for 12-3. So I used a different team for what I cleared 12-1 and 12-2 with. So um, I only switched Kazuha with the Zhongli, so I'm really glad I completed it in a single run. I probably could have completed 12-2 with the same team, but we needed to conserve energy for 12-3, so I wanted to play it safe. Um, well, I guess that's it. I guess let's move forward to the Abyss runs. I'll try to commentate. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so for 12-1, what I usually do is I run towards a distance where the whopper flowers would go to you, and then of course they will clump there, and then I do my rotation, and then um, I also do that with the next group of whopper flowers. Just make sure that I'm at a certain distance and they automatically go there. And I just make sure that I just keep doing my rotations properly. So of course there are times that I won't be able to do my rotations properly, but at least the abyss has room for human error. So thereafter I clear the whopper flowers, I move towards the center. Um, so I group them using Kazuha, and then I do my rotations again. What I do with my rotations is I just keep doing them over and over until I defeat all of the enemies at that batch, and then um, for this, I think it's important that you defeat them by threes, so that it's much easier for you to finish that half. And towards the second half of 12-1, you basically do the same for the abyss mages. So there, and then I do my rotations early before they teleport, before they appear, and then I just basically try to gain enough energy again. So for this part, I make sure that they're clumped together, and then um, using my Ayaka, what I did was I tried to defeat them together, which saves a lot of time. Which in this case, I was able to get them to their shield states. And then once they're in their shield states, I focus on the Hydro Abyss Herald, since the Hydro Abyss Herald is very annoying, since it basically prolongs your cooldown duration, which is very annoying since you need your skills to break shields. So for after defeating the Hydro Abyss Herald, all I had to do was focus on applying Pyro, which is much easier than dealing with 3 Heralds. So I guess that's how I was able to defeat this chamber there. Okay, so for 12-2, it's much easier than 12-1 and 12-3. You just have to focus on your rotations towards the bosses, and there are times that they run around or they relocate. What you have to do is just chase them down, and perhaps there are times that you need to save up on energy so that you can do your rotations properly. But for this instance, I just keep spamming my skills and my bursts, and you might notice that my character, some of my characters might die, which is not too um, problematic for me, since um, by this time I've already finished 12-3 since I did 12-3 first. So all I was focusing on here was finishing 12-2, and my mindset was this is the last chamber that I had to finish, and I'm done with the abyss. So there. So 12-2 is pretty easy. Actually, this thundering manifestation guy is very annoying, but it's still much easier than 12-1 and 12-3. Yeah, these guys just move around a lot, but for this instance, I know that this guy, the boss, wouldn't move much when he's doing that, so I did that rotation, which is I was able to do a lot of damage there. So like I think this is the last rotation for this chamber, yeah. And then let's move on to 12-3. Okay, so for 12-3, take note that I already did this first. So I did my thing. Actually, you can already watch what I did here earlier. So I just make sure that I live using Zhongli, and then I spam Keqing and Nahida, and then whenever I need to apply more electro, I just pull Kuki out, and then I just get her out, and do her skill and her burst sometimes, and I just make sure that everyone's alive. Yeah, I just keep doing my rotations, and it was pretty easy when you already know what to do. So there. I just make sure that every minute I finish one set of monsters. So for the first half, there are 2 sets of monsters, so I need to finish them 1 minute at a time. So that's 2 monsters at a time for the first half, which is very annoying since these monsters move around. They sometimes have these frames where you can reach them, but all I did was I just had to make sure that I keep moving, I use my skills and bursts, and I think that was enough to finish this half on time. I think I was able to have 3 seconds left, or 2 seconds left, before 2 minutes went up. So for this one, I just made sure that I do my rotations. Cryo goes first, and then I just make sure that I just spam my damage whenever I could. There. But what I did here was I make sure that I have my burst ready for this. Whenever you break this guy's last shield, which is Pyro, it goes to a state where it stops much longer than the other shield. So the first is Cryo, Hydro, and then Pyro. And there, that's it. That's 12-3. Okay, so these are the builds, and I hope you enjoyed my runs. So as you can see, they are hyper invested, and well, some of them aren't. Some of them are at level 79, I think. But it goes to show that you don't really have to have every single character maximized, but you just really have to know what you're doing, I guess. So just keep trying, just keep practicing, and that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and please do like and subscribe. I really hope to do more content. So please leave a comment so I can improve, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.